Hey guys, welcome to Amy Ulmer Yoga. This will be a restorative practice, so you'll need a blanket, 2 blocks, and a bolster. And if you don't have a bolster, you can always use couch cushions or a couple of pillows. So we will start in Supta Baddha Konasana. You can either have your bolster lying flat, which will be more of a back bend, or you can ramp the bolster up on 2 blocks. So you could set 1 block on the first level and the second block on the highest level, or whichever levels work for your body. And that's going to be less of a back bend. And then you'll take your blanket and unfold it like so that it's folded kind of hamburger style. And then you'll roll it up relatively tight, like a burrito. And then you'll bring your tail all the way up against the bolster. Bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees go wide. Take your blanket and lay it on top of your feet, on top of your ankles. Lie back on the bolster and then tuck one end of each blanket under your seat. And then just let the arms flop out with the palms up. Soften the muscles in the face. Setting the timer. And let the palms be face up. Start to tune into your breath. Just keeping the inhales and exhales even and long, slow, and smooth. So each exhale, just sinking a little heavier into the support beneath you. If your mind begins to wander, just as you would to a child, take it by the hand and gently guide it back to the breath. Allow your next inhale to be a little deeper. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. And bring the hands to the thighs and gently bring the knees back together. And gently come off your bolster. And next we'll take your blanket and just fold it up to use as a pillow like this. And then you can remove the blocks if you have blocks under your bolster. And you'll lie your bolster long ways on the mat. And you may or may not want the blanket for your head for this next one. So you'll bring your right hip all the way up next to the bolster. Snug up against it with the knees bent, just in a relaxed way. And then you'll turn your towards the bolster, twisting towards the bolster. First, take a big inhale, and then as you exhale, or inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, lay yourself over the bolster, and you may want to rest your right cheek down, which will be less intense on the neck, or you may want to lay your left cheek down. So just do what feels best for you. And let your arms just hang heavy, your shoulders relaxed. Just tuning into the sensations in the breath. Let your next inhalation be a little deeper. And then gently start to press yourself back up, just switching sides. So we'll bring the left hip up to the bolster, all the way up to the bolster. Arms on either side. Inhale, really lengthen the spine, and exhale, lay yourself on the bolster, either looking towards the right, which will be less intense on the neck, or the left, just finding that spot where you can be most comfortable. Letting the arms hang heavy. And allow your next inhale to be a little deeper. And gently press yourself up. And now turn to face the bolster. Bring your legs on either side. Have your blocks handy. And your legs will be not quite as wide as you would have them in Upavishta Konasana, wide-legged fold. A little less wide. You'll want your pelvis tilted a little forward. You might even want to sit on a blanket if you have an extra one. And then you'll ramp up your bolster as high as you need to, depending on your flexibility. And I like to take one on the lowest level and one on the highest. And you'll ramp it up away from you, and then you may or may not want another blanket for your head. So you can either rest your forehead down or rest one cheek down, and I'll cue you to switch cheeks. So just lying over the bolster, letting the arms hang heavy. It's less about stretching than just relaxing. So don't try to force or obsess about alignment. Just let yourself completely let go. Go ahead and switch cheeks. If you've got a cheek down, lay the other cheek down. Gently come back up, and we'll set up for our final pose. So you'll take your blocks, both blocks, and put them sort of close to each other so that when you put your bolster on top, this time short ways, it's not sagging down. So you'll bring the backs of the knees all the way up to the bolster, and you might want a blanket behind your head. So you'll lie back and just let your feet flop out, your arms flop out with the palms up. This feels really good on my low back. Again, just scan your body, softening the muscles of the face, and noticing where you might be able to soften a little more. Again, if the mind begins to wander, that's inevitable. Just gently bring your attention back to the breath without judgment. And never discount restorative yoga as having actually done yoga, even just a short practice. So important. Allow your next inhale to be a little deeper. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Circle your wrists and ankles. And on an inhale, If you'd like, you can reach your arms overhead. And then gently roll off to one side, resting there a moment. Just making a little pillow with the hands or with your blanket. Use the strength of your arms to gently press yourself up, keeping the eyes soft or closed. And sitting up nice and tall. As you get there, rolling the shoulders up, back, and down, bringing the hands to heart center. And thank you all so much for sharing your practice with me. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.